Hello, it's Sarah from Don't Lie to Me. Imagine driving home from work. You haven't done anything wrong. You're not suspected of any crime. But suddenly, multiple police SUVs surround your car on the interstate. Officers jump out with guns drawn. They're screaming at you to put your hands out the window. They handcuff you. They detain your passenger. And then, after all of that, Milwaukee police tell the Brookfield officers, "We don't need the car. We don't need the people. Never mind." Just like that. Oh, never mind. After the guns and the handcuffs and the terror, never mind. Her name is Amber Newell, and this didn't happen once. It happened twice. In 1 week, both times. Guns drawn, both times, because a flock surveillance camera flagged her silver SUV as connected to a homicide. Amber has a daughter. Her daughter now asks, "Mama, is the police going to get us?" She won't ride in the car anymore. Every time I close my eyes, all I can see is guns. That's what Amber told Fox 6 News. And here's the part that should make you furious. Brookfield Police Chief Christopher Garcia said his officers did nothing wrong. He said they had sufficient information and objective facts. He said their actions were consistent with reasonable suspicion and probable cause. And here's the thing. He's right. Under the law, his officers did act reasonably. The flock camera gave them a flag. The flag said, "Homicide suspect." The procedure says, "Conduct a high-risk stop." So they pulled their guns on an innocent woman because the procedure told them to. You don't make a high-risk traffic stop and point your guns at someone and then say, "Oh, never mind." You don't get to treat an innocent person like a homicide suspect because a camera told you to. But this isn't one bad day in Wisconsin. This is a pattern. And Flock Safety, the $8.4 billion company behind these cameras, knows it. Let me take you to Roseville, California. Over 2 years, Flock sent 1,427 alerts to the Roseville Police Department, flagging cars as stolen or connected to a felony. In 71% of those alerts, Flock misread the license plate. 71%, not a typo. More than 7 out of 10 felony alerts were wrong. Flock claims their cameras are 96% accurate. They called the 71% figure a, quote, mischaracterization. Getting mauled by a police dog isn't a mischaracterization. Just ask Brandon Upchurch. In Toledo, Ohio, Flock confused a 7 for a 2 on his license plate. Police stopped him with a K9 unit. The dog mauled him. He settled for $35,000. The lawsuit revealed it was commonly known throughout Toledo Police Department that the flock system is unreliable and often misreads license plates. They knew, and they kept using it. Institute for Justice is documenting dozens of cases where innocent motorists have been pulled over, detained at gunpoint, or jailed because of flock camera errors. In Colorado, a police officer misread flock captures and wrongly attributed thefts to an innocent woman. He faces discipline. In Sherwood, Arkansas, a mother and her children were detained because of a flock misread. An innocent man was detained at gunpoint, not pulled over, not questioned. Detained at gunpoint because flock couldn't read a license plate correctly. So who is Flock Safety? Let me introduce you. They're valued at $8.4 billion. They have over 100,000 cameras in all 50 states. 5,000 police departments use them. They scan 20 billion license plates per month. They claim it's all about solving crimes, but their data is searchable nationwide without a warrant for 30 days. And remember, 71% of their felony alerts are wrong. Let me tell you what happens when you give police a tool that's wrong 71% of the time, but tell them it's 96% accurate. They trust it. They act on it. They draw their guns, and innocent people pay the price. And then the police chief holds a press conference and says my officers did nothing wrong, because according to the procedure, they didn't. The procedure says if flock alerts, you stop, you draw your weapon, you treat every flag as real. The problem isn't one officer, the problem isn't one department, the problem is the system. Flock safety has embedded itself into law enforcement across America, and they've built a procedure where their unverified 71% wrong alerts are treated as gospel. And when it goes wrong, when innocent people get guns pulled on them, Flock says they, quote, welcome the conversation. But here's where it gets even worse. In Milwaukee alone, 2 police officers are already facing separate criminal cases for illegally using Flock to stalk citizens. Not make mistakes. Stalk people. They used this surveillance tool to track individuals for personal reasons. And in Milwaukee, it gets worse. The reason Amber Newell was stopped is because Milwaukee Police Department forgot to remove an old alert from the Flock hot list. A homicide flag was left active even after the case status change. Nobody removed it. So every Flock camera in the region was looking for her car. They called it a personnel issue. But people are fighting back. In Troy, New York, the city council voted 7-0 to get rid of Flock cameras. The mayor declared a public safety emergency to keep them anyway. So citizens started cutting the cameras down in the middle of the night. In Pinal County, Arizona, Sheriff Ross Teeple refused to renew the Flock contract. He said, I have serious Fourth Amendment concerns with some of the technology contained in those cameras. I swore an oath to the Constitution. Flagstaff voted to shut down their entire 32-camera network. South Tucson scrapped their contract. Sedona scrapped theirs. Chandler delayed a $153,000 renewal vote. Dane County, Wisconsin, the Madison area, voted to remove Flock cameras entirely, citing violations of public trust. In Verona, Wisconsin, when the city voted to cancel their Flock contract, Flock refused to remove the cameras. Residents had to cover them with black trash bags because the city couldn't confirm whether surveillance was still active. Let that sink in. A city said, we don't want your cameras. And Flock said, too bad, we're leaving them up. Who was the customer here? Who was in charge? Someone in Waukesha, Wisconsin, right next to Brookfield, smashed a Flock camera with a metal pole. In Jacksonville, Florida, someone vandalized theirs too. People are destroying these cameras because the system gives them no other option. In Troy, New York, Mayor Carmela Montello called the vandalism a, quote, violent act by an unhinged individual. Let me get this straight. An $8 billion company puts a surveillance camera on your street without asking you. Your elected representatives vote to remove it. The mayor overrides them. Citizens cut it down. And the vandal is the problem? Representative Anna Paulina Luna, a Republican from Florida, a Trump ally, is drafting legislation to federally ban Flock cameras. She's joined by progressive Democrat Chi Garcia, the ALU, the EFF, the Institute for Justice. When was the last time all of those groups agreed on anything? This is horseshoe theory in action. The far left and the far right looking at the same surveillance state and arriving at the same conclusion. This has to stop. Flock Safety lied about sharing data with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Their CEO repeatedly denied it. Then they admitted it was inaccurate information. They lied to city councils. In Oshkosh, Wisconsin, they lied about heat maps during a council meeting. They got caught the next morning. The city cancelled their contract within 24 hours. In Texas, a deputy searched 83,345 Flock cameras nationwide to track a woman who had self-administered an abortion. He claimed it was a missing person case. In Denver, a woman was wrongly accused of package theft because Flock logged her driving through a neighborhood 20 times. It was her commute. She drove to work through that neighborhood 20 times, and Flock turned that into evidence. Stop treating Flock like a trusted entity and recognize them as the adversary they are. They are an $8.4 billion company selling a product that is wrong 71% of the time. A product that gets innocent people stopped at gunpoint. A product that puts police dogs on people who committed no crime. A product that a sheriff in Arizona says violates the Fourth Amendment. Chief Garcia says his officers did nothing wrong, and he's right. That's the whole point. The procedure allows this. The procedure demands this. Flock alerts. Police draw guns. Innocent people get terrorized, and nobody did anything wrong. If that doesn't make you question the entire system, I don't know what will. When the rules say pointing guns at innocent people is fine, it's the rules that need to change. If you want more content like this, hit subscribe and ring that bell. Like this video and let me know in the comments. Has your city installed Flock cameras? Do you know? You should check. All sources are in the description below. Verify everything. Don't trust me. Trust the documents. I'm Sarah, and they're lying to you. Take care of each other.